Emmanuel Ojo, a quintessential gentleman, fintech specialist, astute entrepreneur, and industry captain, is the managing director and chief executive officer of Redtech Limited, one of the fastest growing payment technology firms in Africa, and indeed one of the 100 most distinguished CEOs to look up to in Nigeria in 2023.
Redtech started 2 years ago as a technology solution company. It was majorly focused to provide technology services to its captive markets, whereby we are able to provide consulting services, security services, cloud hosting services for companies within our conglomerates. But in recent time, we've seen the need to advance that focus, whereby we are now gradually pivoting into the fintech space, scaling up our digital products, because we've seen that Nigeria is a major hub in the continent, and Africa at large is going to be very, very relevant in the global economy, particularly looking at the statistics that has been growing, where we have a very growing number of youths. And looking at our industry, the growth of our fintech industry is positively affected by the demography, where as long as we have younger folks that have digital mindsets, obviously the solutions that we offer, would continue to have a high rate of adoption. So that'll be my position on that. The vision of Redtech is to be the most innovative fintech company in Africa. We're well positioned to attain this height. There's a whole lot of growth in the fintech space in general. And if we look at the strength of our staff members, people that affect the growth of our company, we have a combined experience of well over 100 years, and that goes a long way. And we believe that the diversity of our staff coming from various backgrounds in technology, in products, in sales, in business development, in data analysis, in security, we believe that we can attain this height. Yes, we're making very good progress, but we don't want to rest on our horse. So I would say that we would rate ourselves at an A grade. So we're above 80% right now. Okay, as a fintech company, we offer multiple digital payment products. We offer payment gateway that is used by merchants to sort of like digitize the process by which they collect their funds from subscribers. We also offer VAS services, that is services that cuts through the telecommunication space in terms of airtime top-up for your mobile phones. We offer these to very big clients like commercial banks and other financial institutions. We also offer notifications, automated notifications such as SMS within the VAS space as well. The SMS notification has become very imperative, as clearly driven by the regulator of the Central Bank of Nigeria, to ensure that customers or consumers can be notified based on activities going on within their accounts. For every solution we bring out, it originates from an account. It could be an electronic wallet, it could be a bank account, it could be anything. We also offer card processing service, whereby merchants are able to receive card payment options on their POS devices, or they wish to issue cards as a form of a loyalty scheme. We also have closed cards systems that we offer to schools, secondary schools, tertiary institutions, and many more solutions. We also provide bespoke solutions depending on what you want. We can do customizations for you. We offer technology solutions around networking, security, cloud hosting, and many more. We offer free consulting. We could help you evaluate your environment and see how we can improve, and like I said, that's our focus really. And that will take me to also our mission. We provide an enabling environment where we are able to provide a digital transformation for you in enhancing your quality of operations, whether you're an individual or you're a business, by enhancing your customer experience and economic growth. We've been having a very good trajectory in evaluating the performance of our transactions. So far, so good. Solutions that we release within a month, we'll usually see the spike of adoption. Now, there are two main areas by which we are connecting to the market space. There's an approach where we offer services to distribution channels. For instance, we have very leading fintech companies as well in the space. So what we do in this strategy is to provide a shared infrastructure where we can all collaborate and jointly service the market space. And there are other instances where we offer products directly to the consumers, obviously. And so far so good. This has really aided both our B2B and B2C strategy as a company. In terms of B2B, what I mean by that is that we work with corporate organizations who have need, for fintech solutions. So there are corporate organizations like commercial banks, they have direct need for fintech solution, and in some cases they are also agents of our fintech solution, meaning that they still offer those solutions to their own clients. Now we have other financial institutions, coming down to the lower cadre in terms of microfinance banks. This is an underserved segment that needs a lot of improvement. We all know that lending is their bread and butter, but they haven't been able to grow this to their expectation because of lack of digitization. So what we're doing here is providing micropayment services that can help grow this space. And then we have some other solutions for the public sector space. We've noticed the government have been adopting technology, both at state and federal level, and we are also aligning to this culture. As Redtech Limited, we are a system integrator. And what that means essentially is that the world is made up of several components of systems, whether it's internet, whether it's security, whether it's payment, right? So what we try to do is to work as a collaborator, whereby we bridge the gap between people that are in need and people that offer services as well. We help to evaluate both sectors, and then we're able to give each party what it exactly requires, by virtue of our vast experience in this space. In some cases, we build independent systems. As I say, we build independent systems. But having worked with about 20 original manufacturing companies, OEMs, global OEMs, we've been able to see that it's ideal for you to embrace partnerships. While some of us build technology, some of us are able to position that technology in the way the consumer requires it to be positioned. So would say in a single statement, I would say that Redtech is a system integrator and also a provider of cutting-edge technology and payment solutions. What you can expect from us is an advancement of whatever you have presently. What we try to do as intellectuals within the fintech space is to improve and raise the bar. Whatever you have right now, when we come out with our solution, we come out with an improved version, and that's how the world develops. Essentially, if you look at the evolution of computer, you started with mainframe. Now you have everything on your phone. People don't even really have to use laptop or desktops anymore. So what we will continue to do in that alignment and that culture, is to provide an advancement in what we have to do. Some of the concerns for consumers is security. There's a growing number of innovation versus growing number of cyber attacks, so we would not let go of, innovation because of the cyber attack. No, what we would continue to do without hampering customer experience is to see how to tighten some of the existing loopholes so that consumers can, have more confidence in adopting the solution. I must commend the government, the federal government, for pivoting fintech, in Nigeria, in the sense that Nigeria is one of the very few countries that have provided real-time payments systems, across the world. I dare say that we're about amongst less than 10 countries in the world that provides real-time payment systems. The launch of the instant payment system many years ago, has really put Nigeria on the map. And then obviously from that launch, we've been able to build a lot of solutions on that infrastructure that is attracting the world to us. Today in our continent, due to the empowerment of our government, we've been able to generate over 200 plus fintech companies. And among those fintech companies, we have the largest pool of unicorn companies in Nigeria. What I mean by unicorn is a $1 billion rated company. We have about a minimum of 3 companies in this classification, and it's counting. They keep coming up. Even Redtech, you need to watch out for us. We'll also become a unicorn very soon. It's my passion for the development of the fintech space, looking at my history and my career growth, and the drive. If you ask me personally, my passion, but if you ask me as a collective unit of wonderful staff, is our drive to ensure that we're able to improve on what we have in our environment, and being competitive even in the global market space. It's always, technology is intriguing, there's so much advancements across the world which has affected even our medical life. It has affected our commercial life. It has affected our social life. It's even improved on our communication. Before now, I remember going back into when I was a kid, and I used to go to the PO box. I grew up in Ikoyi, and we used to go to Falobo Ikoyi to pick up letters. Today, you now have communication on your phone. That's a great advancement for me, and I can tell you many more things. Before now, you go to the hospital and then you just get diagnosed, by sitting in front of a doctor. But now, you could have your blood tested and the result is out in 15 minutes, and also some advancement beyond the usual X-ray. You have MRI scan. So I can go on and on about advancements of technology, but bringing it back home to the fintech space, we saw what, no thanks to COVID-19, we saw how it affected businesses negatively. And it was a wake-up call for a lot of business owners to move from the brick and mortar approach into the digital space. All over the world, big name companies collapsed, because they weren't ready for this pandemic occurrence, but again, as a result, turning lemon to lemonade, this has also helped in growing the fintech space in terms of relevance, in terms of economic growth, in terms of reducing fraudulent activities. Now you can track events, you can see how your money is moving electronically. So there's been, I would say there's been progress in general.